a favor. I'm looking for a favor. And the favor I am looking for is I did a design. I did a design, and it was a piece of artwork. It was a piece of artwork, and it looked like martini glasses. And I don't remember what the artwork was. Was it the penny? Like with the penny, you would be 89012 here. Saturn. I also want to do the Saturn number, right? The Saturn number is 49 something 816. I don't remember what the number is over here. I wish I can remember. Just hold on a second. I'm going to take a look for it. I got to do this right. Let me see. Okay, here it is. I got to look at this. And the number is 492 367 357. So how did everything switch in this? We're going to get rid of this. I'm not even sure where to start, and it's never any fun to start when there's nobody here. It says one watching, but that's me because that's who's watching. There's only one. And when we go to YouTube, let me see YouTube. Hey, kitty. We go to YouTube, only me watching. That's okay. But anyways, I have to remember somebody's watching, but they're not speaking. So I'm going to go in that territory. I have no idea what I was going to do, but I did promise to write to you about anything. Now, in the Pythagorean, okay, numerics, no matter how many numbers you write, it all adds up to either a single digit or a double digit word. Single digit letter, double digit word. I get this from the game of Scrabble, and I will explain it. If this was a word, okay, and this was the 12th letter, and this was the 21st letter, and then this is the third letter, okay, you would have the word luck. In order to create what is 3, it'll take K to create what is C. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. It's one ring of the cube. One ring of the cube. There's 3 rings. There's 3 rings this way. There's 3 rings this way. Then there's 3 rings this way. So there's 9 actual rings. How many do you actually see? I'm not quite sure. The minimum you will see is 3 for the opposite of each sides. And the opposite of each sides, not in the dots, but in the voids, the empty space. The empty space on every single side will differ. When you have 1, you will have 8. When you have 2, you will have 7, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in empty space, you will have a minimum of 3. That is your creation. Your numbers down, your numbers up. So you would put 6 and 8 together. You would put 5 and 7 together. You would put 4 and 6 together. Did I do that right? 8 and 6 together, 5 and 7 together, 4 and 6 together, 3 and 5 together, 2 and 6 together, and 1 and 7 together. Okay, so in this scenario, you're going to get 14, 12, 10, 0, 8, 0, 8, 0, 8. Did I get that right? 6 and 8, 14. 5 and 7 is 12. 4 and 6 is 10. 3 and 5 is 8. Oh, I did that wrong, right? Yeah, I did that wrong. Where did I get 1 and 7, right? So let me do this again. So 3 and 5. 3, did I get that right? 3 and 5, okay, would be coming here. 4 and 6, 3 and 5. This is, and this says love, right? 3, 6, 4, 5. The sun is your ve. Your 3, 6 is your dot in your line. It's your Morse code. It's your creation in the sun. The I and R, the reason for that is your 360-degree life. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 is what equals to what this is, and it reduces into the beta house. So let me see if I got this right. We have this one here with this one here. Okay, I know I have to make a mistake. I can't get it like this because all these will be 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 8 and 10. Is that the reason for octo 8 to be october, which would now be 10 as a whole? 8 as the first 3 letters and 4 letters. I'm not going to get into that. So many intricate little things going on. So 6 and 8 come over here. And I'm trying to get a color. You know what? I have so many colors, and then I have none. When you're not in order, then you have 5 and 7, right? This is the planet house. This is the moon pass. I guess we're going to call it the moon pass, because you can also go not only 5 and 7, but 5, 5 and 7, 7. Then you're going to get 6 and 4. Then you're going to get what is 3 and 5. 3 and 5. Then you're going to get what is 2 and 4. So this should have been 2 and 4 equals to 6. And this will be 1 and 3 equals to 4. Okay, but whatever it is, 8 and 7 is 15, 21, 30, 33, 11, 15, 18, 20, 21. You have 21 and 33. 33 to the ghostly void. So there's to more void in the creation of the sun than there's alpha beta creation, your 6 sides of the cube. So another so what we're going to do next from that's your basic. Oh yes, so what I wanted to mention is that when you take the cube 1 and 6, right? When you take the cube 1 and 6, you're going to have 1 dot and 8 voids, and the 6, okay, will be 3 voids. You'll have 6 dots and 3 voids. So you're going to have 11, and you're going to have 7. And then you're going to have crisscrossing. Each one of these can go in their individual box. It takes 4 of them to create 1. What that means is an X can fit in this box over here. The plus will divide 4 boxes. Unless I turn this page on the angle. Once you turn the page on the angle, the plus, which becomes the window, okay, now becomes the multiplication. And what is the multiplication? Now becomes singularity, and it becomes the addition. These two switch once the page goes on this 45 angle into the foxhole. We are born. You want to look at the letter, what these lines are, right? And these dots are. Well, when I put them over towards the, what is the X letter, I have these lines over here. Because the indentation of the X, it shows me these lines are inside. Because they're separated, I know this would be an Earth X. If I was to do it this way, the X, okay, whoop, Hold on a second, I didn't do that right. If I was to do the X this way, right, the E would be done right like that, the short arm and the long arm. And if you take a look at it this way, right, you can almost see runways. See the way it looks, the way the X has a front and a side to it now? But that's how I determined certain realities. And I call this Earth because that would be Earth. I would just call Earth a dash, Earth dash, and call Mars a dot. And I've done this 100 times already, and I'll repeat it. And the reason it's like that is because the numeric value for Mars is 51. And in artwork, that's 51. Now, I drew it on the angle because if you take a look, okay, if I draw it the other way, this is the obligation in order to have that center line. But this is not the dollar sign. This is more like the percentage sign. And once we draw it this way, what is 5? And we put 1 inside of it, you end up with 96. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. This is Earth. This is ape. Mars gets a singular dot, right like that over here. Earth is a little bit different. The numeric value for Earth is 52. So we can do, so when you create 52 over each other, instead of having 52, you have 9, 8, and 6. To where in this scenario, you end up with 9 and 6. So you have to, this is just art. This is just art and numbers. Now, what is 33? It's 11, 11, 11. If you add it, it's 33. If you multiply it, it's 11. 11 times 11 times 11 is 1331, created by 11. And it's 11 that will create 3. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 equals to 2. 1221. I don't know which order you want to use it in, but this is the L, this is the U, and it's in the house of C and E. Why C and E? Well, if I was doing some artwork, right, I would put these two lines over here. And we're going to call that Earth. But if I'm going to call it the E world, where Mars comes in and Mars cuts everything in half, divides the center, we would add that part right over here. So first we add C, then we add E, and we have 3 lines. So we can go V1 for Mars, and we can go V11 for Earth. And when you total them up, you will get X111. 13. But you get 13 with a 10 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1. So you get 10, and then you get 1, 1, 1. So 34, 34, 34, 39, 3, 7, 7, 7. Just the numeric value for the word is this. What is the total? You have 102, which is Valentine's. It's also JB, the blue ball in pool. It's the beta house with the spirit in it, but it's the J spirit. The 10th letter is J. 102 is the revelation for Valentine's. The 2 ball and the 10 ball in pool are both blue. The 1 plus 0 equals to 1. It becomes the black J in the beta house, Jack Beta, in the house of Bate, where the 10 representing 1 is inside a 2. So it's everything, maybe a whole heaven compacted into something. I'm just trying to think how that would work out. Anyways, that's not my idea. My thing I was working on is whether it's Exxon Grave, Exxon Gu. Here we have what is C and C. I can only do it this way because there is no fine line in the center. So I can do it this way. So if you're going to start getting more lines or a minimum number of lines, maybe this is a skeleton for some kind of flag that flies somewhere in the world. C and E says 11 crap. I always look at it as electric company. Rap for Raphael, creation of rap. I'm just trying to see, it is par, playing it at par. Playing it at par, you got 18 holes. Forget about what the par is. We know that when it's a short par, it's a short par 3, short par 3 in creation. And everybody wants to tee it off. Right? So this is in this scenario comes to me from the game of craps. So we have 18, 19, and 16 is 35. We have a total of 38. Creation of the heavens, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2, 22, and 11. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 4. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. So that's the reality that sets simple star math in that situation. Concrete answer. And it created a star. And in order to create that star, that would be Mars, because the Earth star, okay, and I don't even know if I can go with these minimum sizes, would be, that would be Earth star. Otherwise, you would have to be going like that. You have to do these angles inside of it. See all these 3, 3, 3, 3? Did I do it? And then you can go the other way. So if you start going both ways, you end up with 7s and X's. So anyways, I don't want to get into that. It gets a little bit bigger, that design. This becomes the C. This one becomes the E. This one is Mars. This is Earth. Can I create this any bigger to be both of them? Well, you notice that I'm not sure if we're going to use these as crab claws or the moons of Mars. Anyways, I need to get something to drink. My cat is starting to, she sees right away I took the block. Oh, here's my little cat. If anybody's in Oklahoma, you want to get a tattoo? Altered Images, OKC. Just have this hanging around. So I'm getting something to drink, maybe a little bite. I'm going to come back here. If you ask me a question, maybe I can do something that might show interest. Because right now I'm just showing you what I'm working on. K11, the kill, right? K11, kill. I don't know what that means. Yes, we were doing the number thing. I wanted to add it up so you can see there's 33 in the void, and 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. The answer is 9 and 6, and 9 and 6 is the mathematics that will create the numeric value for the sun in the windows, in 4 different windows. And 9 and 6 is 15, equaling to what is Mars, equaling, if you want to look at it as the vibration is within Mars, 1 and 5. You will only see 5 sides while 1 is sitting down. You'll never see that side. And you can live off of the sombrero of the cube. However mountainous it is. I mean, it's so small compared to the size of area space. Remember, 21 and 33, dot and void. It's showing me what percentage. 7 times 3 and 11 times 3. That's what it is. 7 times 3 is 21. 11 times 3. So that's a whole equation in itself. I want to look at that. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3. 11 times 3, 11 plus 3. I'm going to be getting a drink. I'm a little going all over the place right now. But I will show you that what that 33 does, right? The percentage sign of 33 creates 9 and 6. Whoop, I forgot. That's 9. And this is going to be 6. So I just continue the design. And that's the way I see this design. And then and that's it. That's your separation. What do the diamonds have to do to it? When you look at it, we see one going this way and the other one going that way. At the same time, we can obviously it looks like 2 towers, but you see the S that comes in. So now if we're talking about the S, okay, that comes in, and you can see the 8 that is in between. And you already can see that these things over here that are split to 2 sides are actually V5 if you're looking at the codes from Roman numbers. Okay, so I'm going to hopefully remember what I'm doing. Whoa, I'm going to try and remember. Whoops. I'm going to try and remember what I'm doing. Just going to go get a drink in the kitchen. I still have that. If there's a doctor out there that can fix a 9mm cut in a tendon right here, it'd be much appreciated. Thirsty. I gotta go buy more of this stuff. Just taking a 2-minute break here. Oh, God. While we do the video, you're going to let me take a 10-minute break after and eat and just think of what you'd like to do. House is a mess. After 17 years, and the my first real revelation, personal revelation, doesn't mean anything, just something for myself, to what I've always asked, what is life? So I said I'm going to do the word anything. So, and I'm going back to cook something in the kitchen. So I'm going to be taking like a 10-minute break. So first, we're going to finish with this. We have anything on board. We did the cubic numbers, 21, 33, 21, 33, 21, 33, 99, and 63. These 54. 54 and 63 is love of Iyer land. DNA of the creation birth in the sun. Where do I get all this? In the Beit house. Where do I get all this? Where do I get all this? Number 27 is the bait house. 7 void, 2 dot. 7 void. If I was looking at what is 9, 7 void and 2 dot. What if it was 2 sevens? That would be matter. What if you multiplied it and add it? Equals 63. 6 times 3, 18. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 and 8, 27. So what was the equation again? So we're just going to just leave it at that, because all these numbers are an equivalent to a word that exists. Any of these words, any of these numbers in the dictionary, if you put in number 14 into the dictionary and say, give me 2, 3, 4 letter words, it'll come up with all the words that total in the position of the alphabet, A1 through Z26, and it'll give you all the words valued at 14. I want to make a program so everybody can do what I do, and everything I do, and I go over this and I reiterate, exists somewhere. Exists somewhere. The only thing that might be different is my approach for the association, or my approach towards gathering. I mean, if I can do it here, why can't I do it there? If I can paint this red, why can't I paint that red? Well, this paint is only good for painting walls. He says you can't paint sidewalks with that paint. So, but it doesn't matter. At least you know you can't, or you could, but it's not made for it. So whatever, how long it might last is different. So there's all kinds of realities that are happening with what you could and what you can and what is and what's not, and what you see and what you don't see. And how do you know what you don't see? You don't see a car. You see a car back here? Do you see a car? But if I say it, you see an arc. Okay, so where else am I going with this? Trying to look. So yeah, so I was looking at the difference between the C and the E. And the funny thing about C and E is they come from the primary source, 1 and 1. The primary source. First of all, I like to understand that one of the things I do is first or premiere. And then we would have second or deuxième. And then we have third, and we have troisième. I'm not sure if I'm spelling it right. And then we have fourth, and we have quatrième. Or do we have quatrième? It almost sounds like, in French, it almost sounds like a biodome. Troisième, and I'm just trying to look matter and energy, matter and energy, matter and energy. But in this one, okay, it's different. This is the 13th letter, and this is the 18th letter. These two will create what this one is. So maybe it's this one broken down. I do not know, but 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 1 and 2 equals to what is 3. So we created what is 12 to what came together to what is 3. So we created L12 from 1 and 1. Or what is it, multiplication and addition first, or is it 21? Because which one is first? Which is you, and that is your 9 life and your 3 creation. This is the minimum you can get towards your birth. The minimum you can get. And the maximum is 18. And it's 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, which creates that equation. I'm hoping I'm making sense. But now when you take it to the next step further, okay, and the answer is 5. So your original 3 after the addition, which is in the window, or number 22, to where you bring both of these together with the multiplication. 2 times 1 is 2, and you add them together and you end up with 5. So that's your C and E. It's your window. See, in here, you're going to have 4 of them. So it's 4 times what is X valued at 10 or 24 equals to what is 96 and 40. So you're talking a rotation in the blue world to the divided gate of the cat, the pounds. 2 times 4 equals to 8. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. 6 and 2, 8. 5 and 1 equals to 6. One and 3 equals to 4. 6 and 4 equals to 10. This is our communication. Two and 3 equals to 5. To what is 4 and 5 equals to 9. So if I wanted to count these as planets or pool balls, I would say Venus, Earth. But this is Venus without the spirit. Look, this way or this way. So this would be 2, 7, and this would be what is 3, 6. So that would be a total of 5 and 13. ME, matter and energy. This one, okay, there's rules. There's rules. We can continue on in the of the like. Let me take which number can I do? We'll do 17. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 equals to 8. 8 times 7 equals to 56. 8 plus 7 equals to 15. We repeat. So this one, how many cycles are there? We go from here to here and then back to here. So we only get to do it twice before we come back to the beginning. And how many situations are there? Well, I'm not really ever sure how to check them out, but we got this equal to this answer here. And this equation, the second equation, equals to this answer here. Each one, and then the total equals to that. So it doesn't matter what you're going to do. Did we do 5 and 3 equals to 8? And then we have 2 and 4 equals to 6. This is where the dividing gate comes in 8 and 6. So we have to understand all the numbers that come up with 8 and 6. So when 2 and 4 come up, so does 7 and 5 come up. So we know the moon has showed up, and the king and the queen representation. The reason for that, hold on a second. I'm going to finish that in a minute. 6 minutes warming up my hold on a second. I want to split this. I'm going to go to the washroom for a minute. Give me about 2 minutes, okay? Give me 2 minutes. Moving aside. So if you want to take a look at the floor for a little bit while I'm cooking, I'm going to try and I'm going to leave it like that. Let me do a little cooking here. And yeah, I'm going to come there and here, let me come back and let's see where we were. The king and the queen. The reason I call it the king and the queen because the king is the 13th card and the queen is the 12th card. It is debatable. It is debatable. Some decks I'd like to know. Hold on a second. It is debatable. I'm going to look it up right now. One. I just want to see how often somebody says something. My mouse is not going. Okay. What card is the 13th card in the deck? Wow. The 13th Trump Arcana. Death, it says. Wow. Did you know 13 cards in tarot, which is the OT rat. I'm just trying to think. Rat, art, rot, Torah. Anyways, Little Red Tarot, 13 of 78. And isn't that ironic? Look. 13 and 78. Do I have the, do we have that here? 13 in a pack of 78. 13 and 78. And I just did that right over here. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. That is your gateway. So anyways, in the deck of cards, what is the 13th deck in a deck of 52 cards? What is the 13th card in a deck of 52?
According to Board Game Geek, a standard deck of playing cards consists of 52 cards in each of the 4 suits of spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. Each suit contains 13 cards: ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so let me see. I don't think anybody's watching. Very good. No one's watching. No one's watching anywhere, but that's okay. I don't believe it. So I'm going to just finish this piece off, then I'm going to eat. Standard. What I just went through is ST and D RD. ST and D RD. When you add runner up, you get TH. You get standard death, 8th. You double this up, this becomes 8th. 8th, death. Standard death, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. J. That is what happens. I don't know. I want to eat, so I'm rushing maybe through it. I shouldn't rush through it. So in French it goes one way, in English it goes another way, and this is 39 as to the angels. This is for our DNA and into the sun and the mirrored world. And again, mirrored world over here, 18. Here is 22, ape life. The third one is our creation. 3 cubes. Each cube is 21 times 3 equals to 63. Our creation of the 360 in the Beta Gatehouse. Once you multiply us and you reduce it, it says where we come from. Then here is 14 and 9 equals to 23. And we reduce it again to 6 and 5, and then to 4 and 1, then to 5 and 4, and then to 29. And that becomes the Bait House birth. Where do I get this? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 6 and 5. 6 times 5, 6 plus 5. 30 and 11, 41. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 5 and 4. 5 times 4, 20. 5 plus 4, 9. And it stops here at 18 and 11. 2 times 9, 2 plus 9. And it repeats. So this is going to split, and this is going to split. There's going to be 2 answers here, 2 answers here. And then the coming together of those 2 answers here, life on the cross. So anyways, I don't know what that says. I'm just trying to show you how the scenario works, the way this and then this and then this over here. So it's like the eyes splitting up over to the nose, and the 2 sides come together inside the nose, somewhere behind the nose, between the eyes. That's what these things. It's 1 into 2 into 1 into 2 into 1 into 2. Anyways, I'm going to be getting something to eat right now. Taking 5 minutes. Taking 5 minutes. Just give me a minute. I'm going to eat. All right. Let me check my messages. Give me 3 more minutes. Give me the 50 minutes, okay?
Did you know? Did you know?
My son's here today.
Did you know?
Couple of more minutes, okay? I don't want to eat fast. I don't want to stop the video. We're eating dinner. You know, in Seattle, it's only 6 o'clock. So sometimes I'm a little mixed up. There's just so much information. I'm never sure if there's anybody new here. I repeat a lot.
Did you know?
I'm looking for something. Give me 2 more minutes. One more piece. I mean, it takes time to eat, right? I chew my food good. I'm the only one here. Not true. I feel I'm eating quick. Okay, here we go. Where is the I'm looking for my video. Okay. Put the plate on the side. Tarot cards. The 13th card is death. We spoke about the king and the queen earlier. So the king is the 13th card. The queen is the 12th card. Mathematics, and I use a star system math, multiplication and addition as a base. Earth. Okay, Earth only begins over here. And let me see, did I do that right? And over here. How is there an Earth on this side and an Earth on this side, but yet Mars is in the middle? Did we actually have one complete planet and then somebody just decided to create a diamond and break away the 4 corners of the Earth and then live only in the core of the Earth while the rest of the Earth and all its dimensions have disappeared, just like the face of the cube? King, when you add up 1 over to 13, it equals to 91. When you add up 1 over to 12, it equals to 78. And the tarot cards add up to 78. And October goes 277 days. 17. Sorry. 17. You stand on 17. 1, 2, 9, and 5. 14, 15, 16, 17. Your DNA, your birth inside the sun, your home. So when we come to king and queen, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 7. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 5. The word moon goes with these two. When you have 2 13s, when you have 2 12s, so here you have 26, here you have 24. You have the Z and you have the X. You have the dog 26, you have the cat 24. This also is a mathematics that works out to Rubik's Cube. 2 times 6 equals to 12. 2 plus 6 equals to 8. There are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 colors on the corners. There's 2, 4 and the opposite side, and 4 is 8. How many cubes are in this position? There's 1, 2, and then there's 2 on the opposite side is 4. Then there's 5, 6, and there's 2 on the opposite side, 7, 8. How many corner cubes are there? So there's 8 with 2 colors, right? What about going around this way now? It's another 4. So there are 12 times 2 colors equaling to 24. But if you go with the corners that have 3 colors, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got these 4 over here. There's no other corners. So you have 8 times 3 equals to 24. And you have 6 in the center. 1 times 6 equals to 0, 6. Or the sun cube, 54, the DNA, the IT system in the sun. So you have the tarot at 78. So the 9 innings, if we would work to 9, if I would have to stop at 9, right, the 9th inning of a baseball game would be 45, but it'd be 45 for each team. And it'd be 45 for each team on OD and OD. So it'd be 90-90. What did I just do? I'm going to tell you what I just did. You counted 1 through 9 innings on the offense. Then you counted 1 through 9 innings on the defense. You did it for each team playing each other, and you end up with 180 degrees. Or 180, whichever way you want to look at it. For this one, OFF, just that's how they write it, right? Which will be 15 and 6 and 6, or 1 and 5 equals to 6, 6, 6. The total is 27. Defense, okay, DEF, 4 and 5 and 6 equals to 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 1 and 5 is 6 to 6, 6. It's pretty funny, offense and defense, the way it shows you that percentage, that this whole thing equals to 15, that this one equals to 15, but this whole thing equals to 6, and this is 3 6s. So this is 1 quarter, and this is 3 quarters. The value. I just forget about that math I just did. Let me go back to the king and the queen. The king will get a bar, and the queen will get a bat. Or how about be at? The AT. So what do we do with the R? Can we bring out the 13 R? Where do I get this? And I would probably do this. maybe enter something. Where do I get this? Because to me, the B, that's the B. And I believe also that it is the B and is actually a C, which is actually I coming together with 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2 equals to 1 equals to what is 3. Why do I say this? Because if I did this C to this side, okay, well, it should be a little bit bigger. It should be down to here minimum, right? So then we can do this. So what would happen if I did this? Now, what if I did the other side? Then I would be doing this. So now you have the letter I. But you need size. It can't be this letter I. It has to be at least this letter I. Or, no, I don't want to do that one. Or it could be this letter I, that the center is a split-centered heart, to where this one is equal towards Mars, to where this one is Earth. Why? Well, like I said before, using this piece of art for number 52, and call it E for energy, 5, A, 1. So 5 and 1, the numeric value for Mars is 51. The separation between 1 and 5 is 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 6, 6, 6. 4 times 3 times 2, 24. 4, 3, 2 equals to 9, 33 rotation in the sun, another 6. And it also equals to repetitive of 24. 9 would just repeat the last number. Bar mitzvah. That's mitzvah. Hold on, just give me a second. I have to eating as well. So where am I in this? So what this also does, that it is 1 and 5 to one side, but it is 5 and 9 to the other side, right? The split is this way, or the passing through is this way. 1, 5, and 9, 3 different areas. I don't think I explained that right. Maybe I'm having trouble explaining that right now. So this becomes 9 and 6, and this is the divided gate because of the mathematics. There's nothing to do here. It's only 9. Only the birth and the vibration, I guess. The house of DC, Venus, Earth, and Mars also represents the king and the queen. The king will get 3, and even says king inside of it. And the queen will get the queen divides us. Seven come 11, and here comes the blue world in the 2. This is number 2. This is the 13th card. This is the 12th card. 13 is male, and 12 is female. And this is the coming of that age. And this coming of different ages based on the system we live in, whether it's insurance or driver's license, doesn't matter. Okay, so what we have is 1 and 5. So when we have 1 and 5, right, what it means is when we have 1 and 5 is we're going to be playing with 1 all the way to 5. But then after that, the next part is 2. These are the only 2. It'll be 1, 5, or it'll be 2, 6. Why is that? Because the 5 is, when the 1 is up, okay, when the 1 through 5 is up, the 6 is gone. Okay. When the 5 is up through 1, the 2 is gone. Now that is the queen. The 6 and 2 make the dog, the queen, okay? Gone. The other thing is it equals to a total of 15 or O. We're always celebrating the O, the 15th letter, O, in the house of F, E. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, F and E, 11. And the house of O, what's the reason? Oh, yes, because when you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 altogether, it equals to 15. But it equals to 9 and 6. Because here's your 6 plus 9 equals to 15. This is the game. This is the queen. If you reverse 26, 62, although you have 8, here you have 66. Now, if you have the 2 up, right? The next one is 2 through 6. These two numbers make one world because you're only going to have 5. You either have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's one or the other. That's the base. This one equals to 20, and this one equals to 15. I like to say TO, location. Mars, first of all, this would be the pool table of 15 balls, although there's 16, and this would be darts. My leg is hurting. I may have to go lie down. My leg hurts. And I'm going to stop the video, maybe come back a little bit later because tired. When we did this before, right? Do you remember me crisscrossing? I just did a line. If you look at it, it looks like it's rotating this way. Stability, rotation in the core. And then there's a tilt in it, up and down. Where else we come with this? Yes, the reason for this is because the king has 7 eyes, and the queen has 8 eyes. So when you're talking about the gateway, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, Q, the 78 tarots, the 7 eyes reverts to the king, to where the 8 eyes reverts to the queen. In order to create number 1 out of this, where 3 and 7 will be red, 37, where 2 and 8, 28 will be black, 28. And this is from roulette, just to let you know that roulette 28 is black. There is no 37, right? But when 2 odd numbers come together, it remains red. So that would mean 19, 37, 55 are all going to be red. But when 2 and 8 black come together with 1 and, you know what I'm saying? 5 and 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. Roulette just changes its colors. How did I get male and female? Well, because the 37, okay, is the king with 7 eyes. So the revert to get to that one world is the 3. It's going to be 37 red. This will be 28 black. The queen is black. The king is red. So we did this, which is also the letter OT, right? Is that what it is? And that's 20. And the value of 20 in the numeric count is 107. 5 times 2, 2 plus 5 equals to 10 equals to 7. And the French exchanged the letters of JG. And it's also 1 and 7 in the O world. The question is it O, it's a solid, or is it O with a donut hole in the center? Here's Mars, and here's Earth. Earth has the square in the center of it, where Mars is complete, and you can just probably stuff it. Hey, Louisiana, Canada. It says nobody's here. Are you really here still? If you are, Are you still here, Louisiana? Maybe we can get this conversation rocking. I'm a little tired. I was going to quit, but inspiration. Although it shows nobody, somebody. Okay, let me get back to, and when we go to YouTube, let me see YouTube. Is it? And when we go to YouTube, let me see YouTube. Okay. Just give me once. Here, get cola. I'm going to get something from the fridge. My leg's hurting. So. Oh, I didn't take my little shiny pills tonight. Let me take. I probably shouldn't be drinking this, but I'll tell anybody if you're feeling ill, drink grapefruit juice. Apparently, now I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, but I'm going to make this statement anyways. I was told that if I drink grapefruit juice and took medication, it would alter the medication's effect. You're a scientist. You do what you choose. You pay the price. But don't put that price on anybody else's back. The night is good. I wanted to talk about the word Oliver and Simon. Simon says. There's another word I want to speak about also. Anything. So if you say talk about anything, what is that? It's just I'd like to hear people just talk about anything, or just like to understand the definition of anything. Is it really two words? Is it one word? I mean, ing. I'm just looking at now. I'm thinking about ing. Now I'm thinking about king. So what is it? I'm going to jump around a little bit right now. King. The K is the 11th letter. Okay. I'm just thinking the I is the 9th letter. To start off king, it's 9/11. I don't know. I don't know. Something about the word. Win. Matter in the Beta Gates. Ape. Christ. Ape, Christ. 22, life. Vinegar. I can't do this right now. It's a tough word to play with, but it's vinegar. You have to look at the word. This is Roman numeral for 5 plus 1 equals to 6. So right away you're talking about Mars. The N is our DNA in the sun, and it is part of the E world. The E world is because it's, first of all, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to the numeric value of 5 and 4, or 4 and 5, which says passage through the sun. And there are other words. It's a 3-letter word equaling to 81, representing Venus. Numeric value for Venus is 81, which is 54, and what is 27? The Bait Gate. SUN equaling to 54, V and E equaling to 27. And it is the energy gate. See the split? The thing about this is V and E is exactly what it is. The reason I'm telling you it's exactly what it is because the V is the 22nd letter and the E is the 5th letter, totaling 27. They are the reverse alphabet. Sun venue. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7. The next one is 3 times 5, 3 plus 5. The end result will be the same between these. Equals to 15 equals to 08. When these two come together, we end up with pi. 3.14159265. 29, 6 and 5, 14 and 15. Now when those two come together, these two come together. And lo and behold, the letter IH, the same letter comes together. The I and the H come together through what is Reich, the spirit in the heavens of Bait. The heavens of Bait, they shove something in the middle of the heavens of Bait. So when you look at this, okay, this equals to 8 and 9. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8. And where did it come from? It came from 99. 3 cubes. 1, 2, and then, I don't know, 3 cubes. So you got 3 cubes. And the reason for that is 21 and 33 per cube equals to 54. Times 3 is 63. Times 3 is 99. So it has to come from this area equaling to 162. And that's equivalent to saying the moon, because the moon is 2160 miles to what is 3476 in kilometers. I like to look at it that way. I also look at it the 9 by 24, 9 representing birth, 24 representing the division of the gates of the cat, or the pound key over here equaling to what is 216. Let me see what I just got here. Okay, so the 9 by 24 is that, and at the same time, when 2 and 4 come together, becomes 9 by 6, or it becomes 9 by 8. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 2 equations, or it can be 9 plus 6 and 9 plus 8. So we have more equations that are coming out of this. I don't want to do them now and bore you with numbers. I just want to go back to here. 9 times 9, 18. 9 plus 9 is 18. 9 times 9 is 81. And it just goes back to equal to 99. But this equation moves on to this number over here, 9 and 8, the reverse alphabet. And you know what they call this? They call it a natural. So now if you want to take the natural one step further, we can take it to baseball. There was a baseball player, they used to call him the natural. I call it the natural because if you go play baccarat, 8 and 9 with 2 cards each, that's a natural, but you can still get a tie. Let me see. Tom Brady, 87. Was he always 87? Here gets cola. Cola or cold? You see what's funny about the A? It's another letter where it's a C with one singular line. It can be the U. Okay, does not the U, but the J. How is the J made? It's the U hook at the bottom. You see, because if you're working with chains, right, and you cut the chains off, or if you're talking about markings on chains, you can cut the lower part of one chain and then the upper part of the other chain. And then, well, anyways, if you did that, you would either be, depending which side, you'd be creating either the S, the 5, the 2, because of the missing piece. Obviously, you'd cut a section out, a section. And if you had a chain and you cut a C-section, you'd be cutting out just one side and pulling out one piece. And you can maybe use that as an eye because everything has to be recreated. I think I just saw a cat go by. So where were we with this anything? Oliver. I don't think I like certain things about the liver. Oh, liver. Oh, liver. In Oliver is it's talking about Mars. Okay. The L, right? Although you see, Mars is number 51, so I got 5 and 1. Yeah, you can say it's 6, but for me it's 5 and 1, right? Here is the real 51, so the 51 is in Oliver. So it's O liver. So what is the liver process? It processes number 1. I think it processes because we work in 1 and 2, right? You sit down, it's 2. You stand up for a guy, it's 1. So that's inside Oliver. So then you have the 0. So now you have 510. Or you can have 501. Or you can have 50 and 10. I'm just trying to understand what's happening over here. And the reason for that is because O can also be used as a number, to where Li are both Roman numerals, into which what L and I are very special for is that if I did this, you would actually be saying Lily, because the capital I, okay, starting the capital I, just repeating it, and just let's say we're not going to start it here, okay, but the capital I, small l. So it's capital I, small l. So now we've, what's the real words for it? But whatever else, just because I called it capital, just because I called it small, now we have a new rule or understanding what's going on. We had to call it something. So every word means something. Every letter, every first letter, they say the first letter gets capitalized. So we're going to separate just the first letter. We worked on 9 and 8. We went to this number that worked out over here. Yes, we worked this number over here. You see, 162 is a pole, or we can also say 1 moon in the doghouse, 26, 62, the game. Like I said, when 1 sits down, you will only see 5 areas. So the only 2 we're going to talk about is it's 1 with 5 areas, or it's 2 with 5 areas. If we did anything else, it's just going to repeat. So I'm just doing 1 and 2. We can also do 6 and 5. We can do this one and this one. The reason for that is because 1 is opposite of 6. So when we have 1, we only can count the 5. But it is the opposite of 6. And when we have 2, we're going to count all the way to 6. Do you follow what I'm saying? And 2. Ay, 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 the cat. Just give me a second. We had a little altercation with Miss Busy over here. What are you doing, Miss Busy, eh? Are you gonna drink it all up? What'd you spill on the floor? What'd you spill on the floor? Yeah, yeah. Is that what's gonna keep you a little bit quiet? Come on. She has a little heart on her tail. Repeat and repeat. So, oh, my leg. Just give me a second. We must move forward. Oh, okay. So we were working on the word Oliver, and again, further on into the word Oliver, and I hate that I'm all over the place. We have the 0, we have the L, which is 50, we have the I, and I'm going to use them all as capitals, which is 01, and we have the V. We can almost say lovey or love inside the word, live, love, because if I was playing Scrabble, right, and I had all these letters, it just happened to be in the row of Oliver, I can also go liver. I can go lover, so it's not just that one word. And remember, the numeric value, okay, as 1 times the 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. If you count up 9 on Scrabble, it doesn't mean you got 9, because if you look underneath the letter, it would have said 2 times the letter or 3 times the word. So that's what I also do in this. And also because of when these repeat on the 4th cube. So it's the first roll and the second roll. Why? Why does it repeat in the first roll and the second roll? Well, each one gets a value of 21. There's 28 days to a moon. So they have to fall evenly for the door to unlock. I'm just using that as a scenario. So what you do is you have 21, and on the second cube you have 21, okay? 2 moon cycles, 2 dice, 3 dice, okay? 3 moon cycles. At 3 moon cycles, I have 84, but I need all 4 dice. So when I have all 4 dice, I have 84. So it's 3 moon cycles to 4 cubes. 2 for the opponent and 2 for you. 2 and 2. So you both made a move. So you rolled the dice, and then I rolled the dice. And we have a total of the mirror. 3 moons that went by, 84. But when this happens, we end up with 99 voids. Okay, sorry, we end up with 60. Is it 66? We end up with 66 voids. Okay, and then we end up on the third roll, okay, on the third one, the third cube, with 99. So we're almost playing with 1 cube, call it Luna. And then we have 2 cubes, and we call it Phobos and Deimos. So we have 1 cube games, we have 2 cube games, we also have 3 cube games. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just looking at it this way. So the next one will give me 33 or give me 132. But to a single count, it'll give me 33 again. 9 and 3, 12. 9 and 3, 12. LL, 12, 12. That'll be 7:32 in minutes in the day, which will be 3, and 5 mathematically. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 2 equals to 5. 1 and 2 equals to that 3 as is. Electric company. This is a gateway. 6 and 6 are like bulls. They're partaking within the 7th gate. Or let me say number 7 and number 5. 6 will connect both this area and this area, number 7 and number 5. And that is what I like to call is the moon, the male and the female, the king and the queen, because you're born with the Quran. You're born with a crown. And it's your cranium. It's your skull. So we have this, we have what is 99. So we have smart, we have 86, we have Barbara. And the reason I'm writing this is there was a show in the 70s or 80s called Get Smart, and she was 99, but 99 is for Jupiter. And 99 is also for the word 13. And 13 is what happens. Male becomes man. That becomes 28, running into the cycle. And that becomes man at the age of 13. 13 by 28 equals 364. There are 13 moons on a 28-day cycle on the tear of man. Teen equals to area space 4 and 4 divided by mass 33. Rotation in the sun, and this here is going to create what is phi, what is pi. Inside this word over here, it'll be 3 times 3 equals to 9 I, and 4 by 4 equals to 16 P. And it's the DC house that does that. And look at that, what we have all together. Just give me 1 minute. Let me see if somebody wrote something down on my eyes. Give me something to talk about. My eyes are burning. I'm going to get a little bit to drink in the kitchen. And tell me it's healthy to have a cup of coffee, because that's what I really, really want. Let's take a 1-minute break. We've got a problem. There's papers on the cat's chair. Maybe you just want to watch my cat for a minute while I go to the kitchen, but this cat might be following me wherever I go. Oh, the floor is wet. Wow, just give me a second to get some water. I'm just going to make a small cup of coffee. Just a small cup of coffee. Oh, I have 2 filters I already took out yesterday. Right over here. Right there, got a filter. So I dropped it on the floor, right? Give me a second. Where is my coffee? No, I can't use that. There's still soap in it. Just give me a minute. You think it'd be cool to get onto Joe Rogan? Hey? I mean, I wonder if I can do this if it was really, oh my God, it's, I don't know what it is. My cat's helping me clean the house. She spills, I clean it up, the house is clean. So, you watching the floor? Have you been watching the floor? Hey? That's your chair, eh? Is that your chair? Okay. Oh God, I need a cameraman. Don't just stop complaining. Just stop complaining. Okay, let me see this. My mouse is not working again. Now it is. Cola, Tom Brady, Pie in the Sky, Pete, and Repeat. So now, when I look at ER, emergency room, um, where does R come from as the 18th letter? The 18th letter goes with 17, 18, and 19, but it also goes along with the house of 10. Okay, it also goes along with 70. It also goes along with 90. And it's funny that 70 and 90, okay, the 7 and the 9, if you take a look at your telephone, only the 7 and the 9 have 4 letters on it. Notice the keypad is KRC for keypad recent and contacts. 3, 18, and 11. 2 times 9, 2 plus 9. What is 18 and 11? And it is 11 that created C. The keypad and the recent connect what is the contacts. Remember that. There are no recent, there are no keypads, there are no contacts. Contacts in your eyes, 2 eyes. Eyes have what is the black? Remember that. If we are from just a continuation of creation, then you start with your baseball in the center. Are our eyes see-through or are they black at the center? And there's around the center. So the black gets a 50 value. Around it, the color gets a 25 Earth heart value. Why? Well, go ahead, find a game that gives you this scenario. For me, the game is darts. Darts has 20 area numbers. Okay, when you add them up 1 to 20, it equals to 210. So when you have a 0, I can put as many zeros as you want, and every 0 has a value of 6. You cannot be, let's not say it that way, but on these cubes, rotation is 6 and 8. 6 and 8. You're not going to be the 8. You're not the bait house, but you are the spirit in the E world. It's either this one or this one. It's either this one or this one. The doghouse and the game in Mars, Area 51. Notice there's no center ones in these. I'm going to get my coffee. I'm going to come back. We were adding up numbers. If there's something you don't understand that I explain, I'm going to re-explain it if you ask the question. But why is it like that? Somebody will say. All I'm doing is if we had a program, you would see it a little bit easier. When I spoke about the 4 dice, you go for your 2, I go my 2. The total number of dots on 4 dice, on each dice, is 21. It takes 4 in order to reach 84, in which at the same time, the minimum number of moons before we reach 3 moons is 84 days, 28, 28. Even though it alters and it's different and it's not exact, it's an exact figure. It doesn't matter one time there's more, one time there's less. They're always running by 28s and 21s, even the zodiac. Nothing is really anything that I have created other than just reverberating what has already been said and done. And in the word Oliver again is like Levi's 501. Levi. I don't have the S, but that's okay. We have the R. We have the last letter, which is the R letter. Although 36 is your full creation, we've been mirrored. Remember, 18 and 18. 18 and 18. If it was 81 and 81, it'd be 162. We'd be talking about the moon, 216. Where do I get this from? There's 8 voided area spaces. There's a total of 9 per face on these cubed. You only see the maximum of 6. Okay, let me look. I'm going to get my coffee coming back. Cat staring outside. Floor's clean. Wow, feels so good. You know what's funny? A friend of mine was pouring coffee the other day, and I'm watching, and I'm saying, just pour. I'm saying, just pour, just pour, just pour. And I'm pouring coffee, and I'm saying to myself, if you pour very slowly, it's not going to rush through your coffee beans. It's going to go into the coffee beans, soak up the coffee, and you know what I'm saying? It's not going to pass through the oils. So you got to do it slowly, with love. But I think that's what the filter's supposed to do, right? Supposed to do. Wow, that last bit, right? Why does the last bit have a trouble going through, eh? I wonder if the milk's going to go through. No, the milk won't let it go through. I may have plugged the hole. Okay, just give me a second. Takes a long time to get the. Whoop. Okay. Wow, that's nice. Okay, let me look down these comments here. Pete, repeat, cat business, cat times, one step at a time. Yes, one step at a time. That's a good phrase. OS, operating system. OS, OB, out of bounds. 000 666, but you're never going to put 666. You're going to put 696. Maybe they say that's why it's bad luck, because one of them has to be a 9, the other a 6, 696. So it'd be 54, 54, 108, and 15, 69, 69 rotation in the sun. So you'd be talking about 696. So how did they, because they put those numbers together, they showed us those numbers. We vibrate off the numbers, but we're not living those numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's like we all think that, oh, look at this great salary we're getting. We're making tons of money, but we're not looking at the cost of living, right? Until it catches up to you. $79. Okay, right. 79. Okay. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because ATM machines, images. Yeah, here. So you see on number 7, there's no Q, and 9, there's no Z. They're on number 1, the 17th and 26th letter, total 43, DC. 17th letter, 1 and 7, 8. 26th letter, 2 and 6, 8. 88, 8 and 8, 16, 1 and 6 is 7. The 7th gate at number 1. What does that mean? So now, what we were talking about is we were talking about number 10. We still need to save this building. We're still under the I am right. We're still under at attack. So 10, 17, 18, and 19. And it happens at so it happens by the way, number 9, right? Number 9, where am I? Lost myself. Number 9 says new. They're put together words. So we have 7, 8, 9. So we're going to say 77, 78, and 79, to where we're going to say 97, 98, and 99. But we're going to say it as 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. And here we're going to say 10, 7, 10, 8, and 10, 9. So we're and the other place we're going to say it is here. So we say it 4 times here and 4 times here, and we say it 4 times over here. So we say it 4 times 10 here, 4 times 10 here, and 4 times 10 here. The total is 120. And when you add up 1 to 15, equals to 120. This would be the game of pool. Versus to 10, okay, which would be the game of darts. And by the way, darts, adding up to 210, you have single, as is, double, triple. And know that the triple versus the double, okay, versus however really the dartboard works, I'm just showing you that this is single, this is triple, this is double. So you're looking at SDT are the 3 initials. And then when you get to here, it's cut off. Okay, it's cut off at the end because there's a circle. And that circle is 25, and the part in the center ends up to be 50. So everybody is connected with 75 plus the number to start off. Everybody is connected with this number over here, and all zeros equal to 6, which is the flesh going through the heart, the dart itself. So since you have doubles and triples, you have 120 for a single, you have 240 for a double, and you have 360 for a triple. And then when you go and mirror it, there is no mirroring it, but if I had to, you'd have 720, and then you'd have half a day by mirroring it. So this would be 720 in itself, and 720 to the mirror equals to the 1440 minutes there are in a day. And that's your dart setup with your SDT 3943. Always that 43, right? So if we're going to go 10-7, you're going to say 39 and 65. And then you're going to have 39 and 49, 39 and 42. That's what you're going to have. What is that? The numeric value for the count of 9, 8, and 7. But in French, It's 39. See, in between S and T, they're not together as in first. They're separated as the 19th and 20th letter, 39. And 21 is 60. 8, 29, and 29 is 58. And this one is 6. UF 27 and 5. Birth. Universal birth. 14 and 5 is 19 and 27. 21 and 6, 19, 19, 40, 46, 27 and 19, 46. So in the black house, fun, the fun house, the egg house. So anyways, if I had to change this all around, 7 and 10 would equal to 99. 8 and 9, no, hold on a second. 8 and 10 would equal to 97. And 9 and 10 would equal to 85. So I'd have to study that a little bit. This one is different. These are quarter houses in the E world. This is a birth gate. I have to, it's got to be discussed. I'm a little tired right now, so maybe that's why I'm having trouble concentrating. Let me see. So we finished with what those sevens are. So you can see that they move the Q over from the seventh gate and they put it into the one house. So we have to try and understand what that one is. And remember, it's not one calculator. If it's one, then it's dividing the entire house, 3 by 3. It's dividing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, if that was 1, this is what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if that was number 1, we're going to put number 1 over here. Yet if it was a dot, a single dot, number 1 would be right over here. So if 1 was over here, right, look what happens. It's not the same setup. It's completely different. Although we count it as 1 and 2, but they're not like 1 and 2. So what numbers can't go next to each other? 1 can go next to 2. 1 can go next to everything but 6. So what do? How do you put 1 next to everything but 6? So you put 1 over here, or 1 over here, but 6 is over here. So you put 1 over here, and then you can do this, right? So then you'd end up building 2 cubes next to each other. This is not what I wanted to do, so just bear with me with this piece. This is not what I wanted to talk about. Let me see this. So if I use this as number 1, I can use this as number 1. So that whatever numbers would be here, okay, it would be everything but 6 would be over here, or over here, or over here. But it wouldn't be any of these numbers. So I'm just trying to understand what I was doing here, what I'm doing here. So 1, 2, 5. So 5 and 5 around 1 and 1. Okay, I like that scenario. I just like that scenario. We talked about the C and the C coming together. So when 33 comes together, it creates I. 3 by 3 equals to 9I. Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. That's all. At the same time, the other way it creates the H, and it's still just a coincidence because in the heavens it is the I birth, but in numbers, okay, in numbers, the word 8 and 9 are specifically, okay, brought out in games. They're brought out in the dice, what they talk about. The 9 polarity is to what is the 5. The 8 polarity is to what is the 6. And it is the house of DC. It is the 55 separation, because the difference between 4 and 3 is one number. So when they come together, they meet at 3.5, which is half away, regardless if it's minus. We only see the difference, but in reality, the center is still 3.5. So you'd say we're going away. No, we're not going away. Okay, just give me a minute. Nefuru Okay. We spoke about the word king. We talked about the number of eyes. I didn't finish this. I want to go back to this. I'm all over the place. Somebody's got to stop me. So what happens? Okay, what I did, and let me see. Okay, so what I did is, because the king has 7 eyes and I want to bring it to number 1, why not bring it to 2? Why not bring it to 3? Why not bring it to 4? Well, like I said, it's 1 and 2 that created everything. And the binary code is this. This is binary code 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. 3 plus 2, 5. 1 and 6, 7. 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. So the moon comes together right over here, crisscrossing 4 and 8, which is could be Pluto. It is the heavens of the mirror, which is 2 times 2. It's the mirror. Okay. If I did this again, I would be starting at 3, and I would add in 6, and I would add in 9. Those are my only missing pieces. It would be 3 over to 2, over to 6, over to 8, over to 9, over to 5. 5, 11, 19, 28, 33. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15, 15 and 7, 22, and 5, 27. So you'd have 27 on one side, 33 on the other. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to go into the mathematics or anything, but with all this, we can see that we have a V. So that's a value of 5 connecting to what is 2 X's. So we have a value at 10 and a value at 10. Now, the thing is, there's a separation. So we already know there's a third X that will create. And this is what your turkey is in bowling. And now we have 10 frames, but we have 12 strikes. Doesn't matter if you, because in reality, it's all the answers, and that's the maximum answer. And you would get 300, which would be the alphabet. Okay, 21 letters, and then 5 vowels. The 21 letters will be valued at 300, and the 5 vowels will be valued at 51 for 351 evaluation. My camera's getting fuzzy. I don't know why. So you do see this. You do see this. You do see the connecting. You see there's a bar at the top and there's a bar at the bottom. It's not the same bar. What can we say here? Is it one bar and two bars? Is this a single bar and it's balancing between two sides? I'm trying to understand what the value of this bar is. And then if I looked at it this way, I'd have 11 and 11. But then in this instant, I have K. So there's just a whole bunch of things going on in this binary code design. 351, you concur. Very good. Thank you very much. 351, we've got concurrence. So along with the king, the queen, and the jack, we now have the 11th, the 17th, and the 10th letter. So if we have king, queen, we have the cycle in the moon. If we have queen, jack, we have the reverse alphabet. We have the beta gates. We have what is stand on Q in blackjack, which can either be ace 6 or any combination of 10. And don't forget that ace can also be noted as 11. So if you're noting it as 11, you're coming into where the king is, the 11th letter. Jack, and the division of everything is king and jack. A, B, C, D equals 10. E, F equals to 11. So you know the pole is going to be K. You know that the ring is going to be QJ, which means the queen is reigning over the alphabet, or the Bate house gate. So what we did is we did king jack, we did king queen. Did we do king queen? King queen, king jack. King jack is, look at that, when king jack comes together, right? We get 21, which is ace 10, which is 39 and 9 equaling to 48. SON equals to what is 48, the sun in the house of Pluto. Queen 17, Jack 10, because we're working with the primary source, and it is the house of J, because it starts with J-Ak, Q, Uin. There. Now the question is, what does the U represent? Okay, because the Q is coming with U, but not all languages. So if we can study the difference, in some languages they like to use the letter K in sound. Others they like to use the letter Q. Queen can be with a KW, but it's not KW, and K will create what is kilowatts is created inside the K, as well as BC. Meaning the letters through the mathematics, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, etc. We also have to note that the separation also with dice equally is with 3 dice is 10 and 11, and the game is Sick Bow. You can go check that out, and they have odds for all the numbers. And there's just so much. I'm just really tired. Just give me a minute. Anybody have a question about something? I've already been here for 2 hours and I'm tired, and I see there's 4 people on. So if somebody wants to ask me a question, I don't know. I don't know what my capabilities are, other than fish upon my wish. You know, I just know numerically that all the major phrases in life are being said for a reason, because where they come out in numbers is frequently explainable, and I haven't even touched the thresholds. I don't even know what to say. This cube has 3 opposite sides of 11. It has 2 opposite sides when it's sitting this way, where it has 2 opposite sides to where my fingers are. So the 2 opposite sides to where my fingers are is going to total 11 void, or star system math 3 creation, to where around is going to be 4 areas crisscrossing each other, okay, is going to have 22 void, 2 by 2. 22 void represents 8, Mars, the window, 88, Pegasus, purple, reverse 2262, queen, game, bear. Inside bear, you're representing both the king and the queen, because the B is going to represent 13 male, and the R will represent inside of artwork to what is 12 female. The B sounding hard E, that means accent G, up this way. The R, which is soft A, coming before the R in the A family, means soft coming down this way. I have created nothing. What I tell you comes from language, French and English, most of it. Other things come from math or situations. Here, okay, is number 13. You say number 23, and I say number 13. Every side of this cube has an area. In this area, you see and you don't see. What you don't see is the area space that is in between the separation of 2 dots. The area space and the total number of areas per face is 9. Therefore, there are 7 missing. When we go to the 3, there are 9 and there are 6 missing. So if there are 6 missing and 7 missing, there are 13 total missing, and you see 5 dots, 2 and 3. Earth as the 3rd planet, Venus as the 2nd planet. I take it for case value, as we are the children, the students of the Creator or the altar creator. House of Kaaba, right here. How a baseball is made, 88. On the stitching, see, follow the stitching. It's 1 8 inside another 8. On this side and that side, above and below. Okay, let me get my second wind. I got swindled. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I don't have a leash for my dog, but I'm so far safe. I'm not sure what's going to happen. If you would know that there are schools out there and there are investment companies that work in real estate, and these real estate companies have created a school where you can go to learn how to coerce people into things. Okay. And this is what's going on right now. And the little brown envelope that makes the car run, and the association is so small and everybody seems to be going to the same coffee shop, it's not hard to push judgment. Now, I've got to be going to this house of judgment in a couple of weeks from now. And yeah, that's the way it is. That's why I say if somebody can just pick up the castle and, make this whole place into a museum of some sort. So maybe I should just end the video right now. If anybody else wants to say anything, just ask me something. Let me see. Is there something else I can find? Oh, yes. Okay. So since we have the king, the queen, and the jack, the reverse alphabet is 16, And that's it, because these are the reverse alphabet. So now what you're going to get in the reverse alphabet is if you go with P, now my reverse alphabet to what J is, you'll be going with this. So that's number 33, PQ, Quebec, province of Quebec, 33. If you went with Jack, it would be 26, which would be the game. And you only can go with those two, but these are the reverse of each other. It's funny the way these two work out to what is 56. No, it's 55. Sorry, is that 55? It's 46 and 55. Single digit count. 15, 1 and 5 is 6, and it's the gateway in Mars, ape. Mars, ape. So if you want to know if man was first or ape was first, I'm getting that man was first in his house and ape was first in their house. But there are inside of the ape house, okay, I have to add on a section in order to create Earth, because here is 4. By adding on this 2, 1, 2 area, you now have 5 and 4, what is 9. And that's how you get the IT system. You overlapped one side of Mars. Now, how do we overlap the other side of Mars? We overlap the other side of Mars. 2, 1, 2. So we have 5, 4, 5. And then here we got 2 singles, almost like understanding the 2 singles to Venus. So you have 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4 separation of the 7th gate. Actually, should we just say 5, 4, 5 and then 1 and 1? Because these are all together. I'm not really sure which way to look at this. Or would I have to include this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then include this one here, 66? Maybe that's what it means. And I'm not going to split this corner like that. I'm just going to have my 9 here is 5, 4, 9. My 9 here is 5, 4, 9. 2, 3, sorry, 5, 5, 4, 9, 5, 4, 9. Just 1 second. Where did I get 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I count all the way up here, all the way to here, that's what I was, and I counted here all the way to here, I will have what is 6, 4, 6 instead of 1, 4, 5, 5, 1, 4, 1 for 1 exchange. I have to look a little bit deeper, because with this number 4 over here, you have 1, 5, and 9 separation of 44. Do you follow what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm tired. We're going to have to end this. There's so many little things. Thank you very much. No, I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone, but I see everything I see a lot of the things that connect. I just see them all. I know it all connects. It's a lot of fun. Good time for cake. But the one question, do turkeys get to wear roller skates? Well, if they did, they have 2 legs, okay. Turkeys. So if you say turkeys with an S, you're talking about more than 1 turkey. If you're talking about turkey, you're talking about 3. You're talking about 6 skates. A6, King 11, Queen 17, Jack 10. Yes, I got it. And everyone letting you know. Okay. So Queen 17, the Q17, that means the rest of the word is 17 plus plus 45. So, see, this is the fox pass, 9 and 8. Wow, that's good. So you have queen 17. You would have the king is 41 slash 11 plus 30, which is ironic because 5 times 6 equals to 30 plus 5 plus 6 equals 11 plus 30 equals to 41. See, the king equals to 41, the same numeric value for home, and in the word home ending in M matter, E energy, M Mars, E Earth, the dot and the line, starting off with H and O, which is 3 times 5, 3 plus 5, equaling to ho, 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 23. Saying it 3 times equaling to 69, 23, 23, 23, or WWW, talking about the rotation of the sun in the connected heavens of 8 because of the artwork. I'm just going to make it simple. Here is the number 9. Here is the number 6. The 8 is what divides it. I just like to bubble it out a little bit. Give it a few ribs. And you go in this way. And then you go through that way. That way and that way. Or can you go both ways? And you can't go that way, right? It's made to go that way and it's made to go that way. So that is where you get your 6, your 8, and your 9. And for those who don't see the number 7 in there, the angle shows you number 7. The angle to, let me see if I did that right. Boy, I can't explain it, so let's just drop that reality. So we did the king, we did the queen. We did the house of 10. We did the dartboard, and both of these represent the moon. The reason for it is 3476 or 2160. This one is in miles. This one's in kilometers. 11 and 13. The first equation that it will bring up to what is the second equation. Before 3 exists, it's 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. But there's more to this reality. I don't want to talk about that. The miles equals to the kilometers equals to the diameter of the moon. I'm just trying to see what I didn't talk about. We did the king queen. We can do here. We're just going to do something I've done before. 18, 27, 36, 45. Okay. The reason for that is we have one dot. We have one dot and we have 8 that are not there. We have 2 dots and 7 that are not there. We have 3 dots, let's say 3, 5, and 7, and there are 6 numbers left over. And then there are 4 dots, the 4 corners, and then the cross is left over, 5 and 4. So what's going to happen is if I go 1, 1, 1, I should do 8, 8, 8. This equals to 3. So what happened after your first one? It became 1 plus 2 equals to 3. And here is 3 eighths, which equals to 24. Okay? 2 plus 4 equals to 6. This equals to 3. So we went down 2. And here we went up 2 from your starting of 1. 2 and 7. 2, 2, 2 equals to 6. We went 2 plus 4 equals to 6. Now 7, we'll go 7, 7, 7, okay, which equals to 21. We went 7 plus 14 equals 221. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So here we went to 6. We went 2 plus 4. Here we went 7 minus 4. Same result. 1 going up, 1 going down. Now we'll do 3 and 6. 3, 3, 3 equals to what is 9. Here we're going to go 6, 6, 6 equals to 18. Let me see, did I get that right? Okay, so this is 3 plus the difference is 6. This is 6. Hold on a second, I'm even losing myself right now. Here I went up 6. Here I went 6, 6, 6 is 18. 6 plus 12 equals to 18. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. It becomes the same equation. One went up 3. The other one, did I get that right? One went up 6. Sorry. One went up 6, and the other one went up 6. They both, it works out to the same thing. They're opposites of what they are. If one goes 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals to 4. Then you have 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals to 32. So 1 plus 3 equals to 4, and 8 minus 3 equals to 5. 3 plus 2 equals to 5. So the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sevens equals to 28. 2 plus 8 equals to 1. And then when you have the 2, 2, 2, 2, the pluses equals to 8. That means we had 2 plus 6 equals to 8. 7 minus 6 equals to 1. So we did the same thing for all of them. I'm getting tired. Let me see. Moon frequency interference. 100% if I understood exactly what it is, but to the way I understand it, I'm going to agree. It's not free. It's frequency. It's sometimes free. In the word frequency, it's quent, also looking like something to do with 5. Frequent. Things frequently, often. Inter, meaning tear, meaning earth. In tear, in the earth, enter. It's not the E enter, it is the I for the 9, the totality, all 9. The I and N coming together are the inverted of each other on 2 cubes. Ference, like judgment, because when you have interference, you've had interference, a fence has been put up. That's your interference. How do 71 and 7122 and 68 relate to another? First of all, the 7, okay, is the void to what is the 2. The 1 is to the void of what is the 8. The 7th gate, okay, will, if I, in my words, I'm either going to look at it as A, okay, I'm not really sure which way to go with this. When you multiply 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, it equals to 7, 8. That is the 7th gate between the heavens. That is what happens. How do you get the 7th gate? Only through the one spirit, through the one, can you get that 7th gate. Only this way can you do it. And the reason for that is there's the 8th void. Let me try to explain it a little bit better. This is the only cube that you can see. See, there's nothing in the center, but if you take a look, you can see all 7. There are no other cubes that you see 7. You only see 5. You only see 5. You have 4 sides of 5 and 2 sides of 7. Total is 34. That's what you see. So it's 5577 reverse. And that again goes to the freedom and the moon. 57 is the moon. Now, if you use it in mathematics, 75 divided by 3 is 25, Earth's heart. 7 and 10, it's going to relate to 7 and 10, which is the Mayan week, which is compared to what our 7-day week is. So there's an inverter happening inside of this in numbers. 22, 71, 22, and 1. Well, the 22 mathematically will create 8, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. Your 2 and 2 equaling to 4. I mean, that's just a 68 can be inverted to. I just don't know where to go with it. 71. What I like about 71 is it creates 7 and 11. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 and 8. Okay. Now the inverted cube of 7 will create 11. It is 7 and 11 on every 2 sides of the dice. And your 1 and 7, your 1 tells us that you bring the 8 void with us. The 7 tells me that is the 7 void to what is the 2 dots. That's where 8 and 2 come into the relationship. Now, when you have 8 and 2, or you have 28 to cycle, or do you have 8 and 8? Is it 2 8s or is it 28? I didn't hear you, broken telephone. 22 is Mars, 22 is ape, 22 is 8. It's hard to say ape, 8. And you know what I sometimes like about being tired? When you have the right vibration, for me personally, and I'm tired right now and I put my hands, I'm seeing silver sparkles in my eyes. I see beautiful things with my eyes, a little pressure on my eyes. It's nice. So yeah, that's going to be it for the night. I'm going to check on 2 of my other channels. Okay, very cool. Peace and love to everybody. Time for the dodo. Going to sleep. Tomorrow is Friday. I have my muffler on the truck to fix. My truck won't start. I'm waiting for a key lock for my car. The muffler hanger broke off. And all I want to do is listen to some good music and know that life is great, or going to be, because we need something that's not free, dumb. We are in the 84th year, or is it the 83rd year of the ending cycle, where it's going to be celebrated in less than a month from today in Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. 84 years, the cycle of the moon by those who follow the moon. Not only that, it is also the 21st year ending. And I say 21st year because what has to happen is it has to end and begin for the end to really happen. Meaning, when you're born, it didn't happen yet. You have to go through 1 year, then you have to walk, you have to say your first words, you have to get your first tooth. As this is happening, your connection with the spirit is connecting inside of you or disconnecting inside of you, but you're growing for I don't know how to say it. As you grow older, you have more intuition, you have more of this, more of that. Anyways, whatever it is, I can't explain what it is. I'm tired. So you're not really born. So it's 21 is the cube, right? So now you have to go into the second part of the cube by going A, B, creating C. So when it ended in 20, 15, that's actually when it ended in the year 5775. We must go 6 more years and then 2 years. The 6 years ending what is day 6, then the day of rest, and the first day that begins one more, or A and B. The alphabet also ends on 8. So these next 2 years, anyways, the Hebrew year is 5783, ending in 3. That 3 is ending. We're going into 84, 3 full cycles of what is 84, the 4 cubes of the 28 days, 3 moons times 28, 84, or 4 times 21 dots on the cube. I'm tired. I gotta stop this year. So if you believe in the Bible, some things about the Bible were said. The good Lord made us in its image. We get married, they say it's within sickness and with health. When they made us in the image, we were made apparently perfect. So nothing on this planet is going to change that, because once you break the perfection of the Creator, you cannot turn back. Nothing can cure what has been broken. Nothing can cure what has been broken. And what I'm trying to say, I'm going to see if I can explain this exactly. What I'm talking about is, unless you put your oven on as hot as you can when you're not supposed to, unless you're boiling water, then you're going to destroy something and you can never fix it. Not here, not now. This is what's happening right now. It's irreversible. If you can create something that's irreversible, what have you created? So don't worry about it. Doesn't matter how much water you drink, no matter what you do, there's no cure. There's no cure if you keep separating yourself from those words in creation that God made us perfect, or the Creator made us perfect, because I like to say the word God is a division of something. I rather say Creator. Your Creator, my Creator, doesn't matter. The word is Creator. Once you say that word, it's all the same. Mine, yours, his, theirs, doesn't matter. Creator, Creator, Creator. It's got one name. Doesn't matter if he's hanging out or she's hanging out at the bar, hanging out in their car, hanging out in the sky, hanging on the ground, in the ocean. The word in the dictionary is Creator. And in my work, I work by the dictionary. I give no definitions. I go in the dictionary, I get a word. That's where it all begins. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, coming to you, and let's save the house of paint. Forever it shall be. Thank you for watching this video.